I'm back, baby.
Hello once again, my dear fellow groaners. You join me for episode 48 of the Groan Zone, the place where the groans and everything else associated with the Groan Zone lives. And this is our first episode back to full content episode after all the issues that we've suffered in the last month. Hopefully the mini episodes tided you over and got you back up to speed. Speaking of get up to speed, let's get on with this show. Straight in with it like we've never been away with my first groan of this episode. When every little noise in your house is amplified when it's quiet. Do you ever feel like that? Especially when it's late, every creak seems like it's coming through a loudspeaker, and it doesn't help when your imagination goes into overdrive. I was in the house last night and it was quiet as a mouse, and I thought I heard this come from nowhere. To say I froze with fear for a second, I haven't got any pets. I didn't know what it was, and I don't think I want to know. And I didn't look under me bed. That's one thing I'm not going to do. I'm not that stupid. I've seen horror films. Groan number 2. When your PC tries to do updates in the middle of a gaming session, even when you've told it not to do this. So you lag like there's no tomorrow when you're playing on a multiplayer game with people from around the world. Is this a sign of a PC or technology making its own decisions? Are we going to face a Terminator Cyberdyne system situation right now? I hope not. Rule number 3. When a phone company won't pull their finger out and do repairs, instead drone it out for weeks on end when it's only supposed to be one day's work, and therefore your connection speed suffers and then eventually dies. You then have to battle to get a refund after you've left them. A certain phone company did this. For the sake of legal, I'm not going to name them, but they know who they are. They're my early last groan of this episode and a sub-zero of the week. And I'm never, ever going back on their service. And you still owe me money, phone company, and I'm coming to collect. You better believe it. Now, let's leave my groans behind and get on with the gaming. It's been too long since we've had a proper gaming session. So come on, groaners, let's have it. We'll start off with yes or BS. Now remember, you must avoid those false facts. Everybody in the group ready? I'm going to say that's a yes, and I assume since you're listening when this has been recorded and published, you're going to say yes as well. Excellent. Yep, everyone's confirmed they're ready. Here we go. Round number 1, the Save Spanish Venus round. God, these round names, I don't know where I get them from. Option A. Venus and Jupiter are the only planets in our solar system that rotate clockwise. Option B. The Spanish word for wives, esposas, hope I pronounced that right, any Spanish listening, I mean no offense by butchering your language, is the same as the word for handcuffs. Option C. SOS stands for Save Our Souls. Those playing along live, you've got a few seconds to answer. Those listening afterwards, just press pause, have a think, then answer. We've got someone who got straight in there for option C. Other people have joined them, gone in for option C as well. Any advances on C, anybody? Yep, everyone's gone for C. Okay, righto then. Any more? Nope, that's it. Moving on to round number 2. The 3 Brain Albert round. I know that isn't some kind of game devil or endgame boss. Option A. The first animal in space was a monkey. Option B. In his entire career, Shaquille O'Neal only ever scored one 3-pointer. And option C, a squid's brain is circular in shape. Oh, straight in with a confident answer there. Yep, everyone's gone for B, straight off the bat. Wow, okay, I don't need to say any more. We'll move straight on to round 3. The New Jersey Bluefish round. Option A, Facebook's colour scheme is blue because owner Mark Zuckerberg's Berg's, yeah, I'm going to get sued, favourite colour is blue. Option B, Kool-Aid, for those who don't know what Kool-Aid is, it's a very sugary American drink, was invented in Newark, New Jersey. And option C, the TV show River Monsters came to an end because the host had caught almost every large fish that was possible to catch. See, everyone's flying in with C's here. Oh wow. First time back proper and we're getting answers off the cuff wildly here. Okay guys, okay, I hear you loud and clear. Right, we'll find out what the answers are later. And now we move on to Ohhh Unlucky. And this week's Ohhh Unlucky is just wow. It happened in the last couple of months in Texas. A snake wrapped itself around a lady's arm, and that lady's name is Peggy Jones. The snake fell from the sky, and then right after that, a hawk swooped down to try and retrieve it, and then promptly hacked her arm to shreds. I mean, how unlucky do you need to be for a falling snake to wrap itself around your arm, and then for a hawk to go, "Hey, that's my dinner," and come down and take chunks out of you? Hopefully you get on the mend, Peggy. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Wow, man. Just these unlucky stories. I'm glad I don't live their lives. Now from unlucky, we move on to creepy with, well, that's creepy. And I know a while ago I said I've got a doozy for this part of the podcast. That's going to come next week. Because I forgot I already had this week's well, that's creepy. Now, I don't know if any of you have been in this situation, but I've had missed calls on both the house phone and mobile. But when you try to figure out who was called, the number comes up as non-existent. Now, this is also made worse when they leave a voice message for you, but still, you cannot call them back. Phantom phone calls? Phantom messages? Well, that is most certainly indeed worthy of, well, that's creepy. And now we move on from creepy to another game now with Gimme the Question. You know this one. I give you the answer. You guys out there, listen along live and playing afterwards, have to give me the right question. No point blanking. If you get it wrong, don't worry. It isn't like yes or BS. Here we go. Round 1. Your answer is John. That's Jon. Your questions are: option A, what is the first name of Kurt Russell's character in the movie Stargate? Option B, what is the name of Garfield's owner in the cartoon Garfield? And option C, what is the name of Charlie Brown's best friend in the Peanuts comics? If you don't know what the Peanuts comics are, that's pretty much where Snoopy comes from. Okay, we got people going in for B there. Seems like we got a lot of Garfield lovers out there. Shame about the movie, but yep. Okay, any more answers on that? Oh, someone's hiding an A in. Okay, any more? Someone's gone in for a C. Cross the board this time, love it. Okay, moving on. Round number 2. Your answer is Kane. Your questions are: option A, who is the first victim of the facehugger in the film Alien? Option B, what is the name of the villain in the first Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes movie? And option C, what is Judge Dredd's brother's name in the 90s Stallone Dredd movie? Got the bees flying again here. B seems very popular in the return episode of Full Strength here. Got a lot of bees flying. Oh, Someone's undecided with A or C. Come on, you got a bit of time. Oh, under pressure, they've gone for C. Okay, that's it. Moving on now, we go on to round number 3. Your answer is DEFCON. That's DEFCON. Your questions are: option A, what is the name of the rocket which launches the Enterprise in the Enterprise TV series? Option B, what is the I'll start that again. Option B, what is the USA's name for their nuclear alert system? And option C, what is the name of the subway digging system that digs out new underground subway routes in America? Someone's thrown a B straight in there. And a C. Any more? Oh, an A. Another A. And another C. Okay, that's the answers in. Okay. Answers will come after 0 of the week. And now we have the proud return of some section that everyone's been a part of in the past. I had my turn to groan. And now finally, my dear groaners, one of you out there gets your turn to groan. It's the return of the audience groan. Been a long time coming. This week's is Sharon C from Sunderland. And she groans when your ex treats you like a doormat and proceeds to walk all over you as well as treat you like trash. Sharon, you've hit this nail bang on the head with not just a hammer, also a sledgehammer. Nobody, and I mean nobody, deserves to be treated in that way. But Sharon sent her groan in verbally. But there are many ways to contact the Groan Zone here at Groan Zone headquarters. They are via Discord under the Groan Zone podcast, via Facebook groups under the Groan Zone podcast. You can send in an email to thegroanzonepod@gmail.com, via Facebook Messenger under Mr. E. Groaner, that's Mr. with an E on the end of it, and lastly via WhatsApp on +44 750 375 1359. That number again, groaners, +44 750 375 1359. Don't forget, tell me your first name, even if you make one up, and tell me where you're from. That's going to be the exact area, just the state or where you live. And then after that, once I've got that established, I'll note it down and get rid of the message and your number. All confidentially, it'll all be rid of. Okay? Don't forget though, apart from that, you can send in your Well That's Creepy stories, but only for now, because Well That's Creepy is leaving us in October near the Halloween special. So send them in while you got them. Your Ohhh Unlucky nominations or Unlucky stories, and of course your hero or Zero of the Week nominations. Speaking of Zero of the Week, here she comes. Zero of the Week. This week's Zero of the Week is the RAC. Now I bet you're wondering why, because the RAC are always helpful. Wrong. RAC left a family stranded in pretty much the middle of nowhere for practically over 24 hours in their car. How dire of a service do you need to be to do this to people who pay the membership to be part of the RAC, and they rely on you? That's a very poor showing, the RAC, and I believe when a driver did eventually pop out from a service relating to the RAC, he felt so bad he didn't just leave them there, he actually towed their car and took them home. Definitely Zero of the Week, Brandon, for you, RAC. Sorry, but that doesn't fly. Now, on with the game answers. Firstly, we're going to do Gimme the Question. Yep, we're going to do Gimme the Question first instead of Yes or BS. Here we go. Round number 1. Your answer was John. Your correct question was B. What is the name of Garfield's owner in the Garfield cartoon? Well done to all those groaners out there who opted for option B. Round number 2. Your correct question, I'll start with the answer first. Your answer was Kane. Your correct question was option A. who was the first victim of the face hugger in the movie Alien? I think some people in the group got that wrong, but you're okay, you're alright. And lastly, round number 3, your answer was DEFCON. Your correct question was option B, what is the USA's name for their nuclear alert system? Or a level, I should say, the level, sorry. And now we move on to the yes or BS answers. You must have avoided those BS answers, or you're gonna get blanked. I want no complaints. Right, here we go. Round number 1, the Save Spanish Venus round. If you went for option A, Venus and Jupiter are the only planets in our solar system that rotate clockwise, you're wrong. The only planet that rotates clockwise is Venus. All the others go anti-clockwise. If you went for option B, the Spanish word for wives, esposas, is the same as the word for handcuffs, that is 100% true. And quite probably moderately offensive. I don't know who decided to make handcuffs and wives in the same sentence. But okay. I mean, in the same word. And lastly, I know some people in the group went for this one. I'm going to say right off the bat, you're wrong. SOS stands for Save Our Souls at option C. That's actually wrong. It stands actually for Save Our Ships, because it's a naval origin for that one. So sorry, groaners. Anyone that got that one, your points are gone. And round number 2, the 3-brain Albert round. Now I bet you wonder where the Albert part of it came from. Then I realised I made a mistake. Here we go. Option A, the first animal in space was a monkey. That's actually true. And his name was Albert. Sadly though, back in those days, they couldn't bring back re-entries properly, and Albert didn't make the journey home. Rest in peace. Option B, in his entire career, Shaquille O'Neal only ever scored 1 3-pointer. Now with the class he played at and everything else, even I was surprised. Only 1 3-pointer in his whole career. Really, really true. Out of 11,000 shots and free throws. That's just... I'm speechless. Option C. A squid's brain is circular in shape. It's actually false. It's ring-shaped. Moving on. Round number 3. The New Jersey Bluefish round. Anyone laughing out there? Bluefish, that's when you get your head pushed in the toilet and get your face flushed and you turn blue. Yeah. Anyway, option A. Facebook's colour scheme is blue because owner Mark Zuckerberg's favourite colour is blue. This is actually false. I made it up. It's actually because he suffers from red and green colour blindness, so he made it blue. Option B. Kool-Aid was invented in Newark, New Jersey. Wrong. False. It was invented in Hastings, in Nebraska, in 1927. So yep, Kool-Aid's been rotten teeth since 1927. And lastly, option C. The TV show River Monsters came to an end because the host had caught almost every large fish possible out there. This is 100% true. So they had to end the show due to, well, having no more content. What do you do when you can't catch any more fish? Of course, it had to end. And on that note, hopefully you groaners out there scored some points. Anyone that got blanked, I'm really sorry, but that's the nature of ASOBS. That brings us to the close of our first Back at Full Strength episode. Thanks for tuning in, my dear Groan crew. Don't forget, have a Groanathon. We're now approaching 50 episodes almost. The FB, that's Facebook, and Discord exclusive game, Anagram Anxiety, will return on next Friday's episode, and you'll get the answer after that. Take care out there, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye all.